What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Sun and Pop's Culture, episode 22.
What's good? 2 weeks in a row?
No,
What's good?
it's
One
like
take.
3.
You think?
It's at least 3. It's at least 3.
You know what? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Right. Man, big shit popping. No shit stopping.
All right. So, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a good week.
Hey, he's son.
Oh, yeah. And he's Pop.
Yeah.
You know that. You know
what it is. Yeah, you know what it is.
All right. So, you want to start with the usual, or do you have something to say before?
No, I really don't think I have anything to say outside of what we have programmed. So, nah, we can start with this week's drink. Your mother, what's the word? Enthusiastically made this week's drink
with love and passion.
Love and passion. Amen. This week's drink is a mimosa. Mimosa?
Mimosa, yeah.
Yeah, I've never had a mimosa, and I was actually just talking to a coworker on Monday about mimosas and how I've never had one. So, for those of you who don't know, a mimosa is what, bud?
Orange juice, vodka, and champagne. Is that it?
No.
Oh.
No.
See, I didn't know. I did not know.
Babe!
No, stop yelling.
I'm sorry. I think a mimosa is orange juice and
it's orange juice, vodka, and champagne. I just said
it has vodka in it too. No, it doesn't.
Does it not?
No. What's in this?
What's in a mimosa?
Yeah,
that's
champagne
it.
And orange juice.
That's it.
And I think people put berries in them sometimes, or put Chambord in it sometimes. But yeah, that's all it is.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like vodka.
I really thought it was like a screwdriver plus some.
People drink these at
breakfast.
At breakfast, at like wedding situations where women are getting ready for their wedding.
Yeah.
When I worked at the spa, we had mimosas like every weekend. We didn't provide them, but these women would come in for their wedding, get their hair and their makeup done before the wedding. So it's early, but and they would come in with their champagne and their orange juice, and they get lit on mimosas. And let me tell you,
I mean, they do the bottomless mimosas at a lot of places.
Yeah, the Yard does them. That's where my coworker was just at.
Oh, okay.
Them.
Yeah, I knew
he
they
said
do
he tapped
it.
out at like 4. That's a lot of citrus. And, I love orange juice, but that's a lot of citrus in your belly.
I think my one roommate did that for graduation day.
I could probably put him on
graduation day.
Wow, that's nice. Good for who, Brennan?
No, it was Amari.
Really?
I think at least he said he was going to do it
on the mimosas. Good for him.
I forget if he actually went.
Yeah. Well, when I worked at the spa, your mom's the most beautiful bride I've ever seen in my life. You know that. She walked down the aisle, I started crying, all that shit. But in my top 3 was when I was at the spa one day, and this bride came in with her group, and I was like, wow, she's beautiful. Like, wow, that's a beautiful bride. And they were doing her hair and they were doing her makeup, and everything was all festive. And I was the only guy in the whole fucking thing. And they have this giant bottle of champagne. And they're like, Matt, can you open this bottle of champagne? But I don't drink champagne like that. So I was like, okay, sure. So I did everything you're not supposed to do. I gave it a shake, right? Then because you see it like, it sprays over. So I gave it a shake, and then I placed my thumbs on the side of the cork. And I pushed, and that's not how you do it. Like, now I know you put your hand kind of over it, and you like twist and pull, and it'll still pop, but you're holding it. Well, she's on the other side of the salon. When I say the other side, she's on the other side of the salon. And I'm pushing and pushing and pushing, and when that motherfucker let loose, pop!
That's so dangerous.
Beeline straight to her face, and I'm talking like straight, and I was like, oh, it was like a movie. It was like, and she happens to look. And all she did was go like this, like Vash the Stampede. She was like, and that thing was like ping and bounced off the wall beside her head. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And everybody was like, oh, I'm like, that would have been, it was like one of the things that didn't happen, but me thinking about how bad it would have been just like ruined me. The rest of the day, I was just like, oh my gosh, she'd have had a black eye. It'd have been over. But yeah, that happened. And that's when I learned how to properly overshoot. But the thing was, like, nobody corrected me. They were all like, man, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're a man. Pull off the cork. Okay. Yeah. All
I don't know.
100%.
I just know you unravel the thing and
Yeah, no, you
do whatever.
you can start it a little bit, but you want
Yeah.
to, like, kind of like, you'll feel it start to come, and then you can hold it. Unless you want to, but you will.
That's
take
what. Well,
yeah.
that's funny you said that. Last week, the last day in my apartment, somehow we had a bottle.
You said a bottle of
Actually,
champ.
I don't know where
Yeah.
it came. We don't know where it came from,
Yeah.
but we did open it, and yeah, it was spraying everywhere.
we just really.
That was
That's
it.
awesome.
That was the last.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wrong. But yeah, but it's definitely more fun that
Look
way.
cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. Well, all right. So this week's drink
Mimosas.
is mimosas. So
I'm glad I know the recipe
cheers.
now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damn, that is good.
It is. I don't know if I could do this for breakfast though.
I don't know if I could do 4 of these.
No, me neither.
I'm like, holy smokes.
It's like it's just this actual taste is I don't know. I also don't like champagne, and I can just taste the
So
champagne.
yeah, this actually makes champagne palatable because I don't like it either. So it's like, but I'm like,
Ah.
ooh.
But I like orange juice. I know this ain't orange juice.
Mm.
Eh.
A little dollop of like Chambord, which is like a raspberry liqueur. I would really set that off.
Mm.
Yeah,
On a nice summer day.
I feel like there's no manly way to drink these though. Like if I went to brunch, if I saw the wrong people, I wouldn't order one of these. They'd be like, "What you drinking, cuz?" I'd be like, "I'm drinking mimosas." They'd be like, "What?" I'd be like,
Yeah, it's just.
yeah."
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, the more I drink it, the more I like it.
No, they're good. They are good.
Huh?
I guess breakfast and brunch and wedding showers is the only time that these
Yeah.
are.
Why is that?
But when your uncle
Why
Jason
is-
and Aunt Chelsea got married, and we showed up where they were getting married at, your mom was in the wedding, and Reese was in the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I show up and they were drinking mimosas. So I'm like, wait, they've been at the house all day drinking mimosas? And everybody's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, 'cause they didn't have to drive anywhere.
But I got out the car and I went inside to say hi to your mom. And she did that thing she does where she just like, hey, she smiles all big and she points at me. I said, oh, wow, mimosas.
Yep.
I was like, they got it.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, they were all like, woo, woo. I was like, man, we've been driving around just like trying to be cool. I was like, you're driving, you're sitting here just getting hit. But yeah, good times. So yeah, this week's drink, huh?
This week's drink. I like it.
Now next week we have still CityCon. Folks.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It hit me today. I was like, man, that's next Saturday.
Yeah. So we haven't decided yet if we're recording before or after. Or
I
we should probably record on Sunday,
Sunday.
unless you want to record Saturday night. I don't think we should record Friday because that would be a waste.
I know.
Like we should record after we go. I mean, we can record that night. We've done it before. If we're not there super late.
Yeah, I just remember how tired I was.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, why else was I so tired? I went out the day before.
Oh well, yeah.
I'm not doing that this year.
We'll see.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
We'll
But
see.
I do remember being like looking through the boxes,
Yeah.
and like I bent over, and I was like, head rush.
Ah,
I was like,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just like
yeah.
stood there for a
Yeah.
second. I was like, I gotta
I need a minute. Yeah.
just. I was sweating. There's so many
Yeah.
people.
Did I pick you up for that, or were you?
No,
you were
I
home for the
was
summer?
already home because I was like, what time are we leaving? You're like, we're like 10, 11. I'm like, we did not. We left
No.
at like 1.
Yeah, you know me. I talk big. I got
We
your,
left in the
I got your mom
afternoon.
thinking we're going to get up and go like thrift shopping tomorrow
Yeah.
morning, but I'm gonna sleep till noon. But I might get up. We'll see. But,
Oh, here's a surprise for you.
Hmm.
Deja wants to move in at 9 a.m.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. But that's what time she said today.
Just because she's never had to do any of this. If we do that, she needs to pack the night before. I'm
The
not
car?
getting up,
Yeah.
I'm not getting up at 7 a.m. and packing the truck and then going there. No, she needs to pack the night before. We can just get up and go. Deja.
Well,
When is that? 2 weeks from now?
mm-hmm.
Wow. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that is.
What are you gonna do for like the couple
I
weeks
don't
that you're here
know.
without your sister? It's just
I
you
don't-
here, like when you were little. You might start playing with your toys again.
It'll be quiet.
Yeah, it will be.
I mean, she's never here now though, so
Yeah,
it
it's just
doesn't.
when she's here, you know.
Yeah.
You can tell literally by what's on the TV, like who's home. It's funny. But yeah. Anyways, I was like dead air. We're like both like all circumspect, like change is coming.
Yeah, I'm thinking of you thinking about changes coming.
Oh, I mean, change is coming. I mean, hey, me and your mom tried something different last week, and it was a good time. You know, a little thrifty day. It was nice. It was actually really fun, like looking for treasures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even though your mom said, "I'm not touching anything. I ain't trying to get monkeypox." And I was like, "Babe,
It is.
I
It
was
was a
like,
serious
She
thing.
was serious. And she walked around with her arms crossed. I'm just like, better watch out. They're going to jump and get you. Man. But, yeah.
They say you shouldn't, try on clothes or anything.
Yeah, well, she didn't. So, where we at? We got a couple questions. We had a question from a viewer.
I think.
Are we going to get to Sim's question at some point today?
Yeah, I think we should get to the news first.
The news? You want to do the news?
Yeah.
All right, hit me with the news.
All right, I'll start us off with something positive first. According to Live Nation, you know Live Nation?
I've heard of them.
That's who does all the concerts stuff.
Mhm.
2022 is on track to be the biggest year in live music history.
Really?
Yeah, with the amount of shows that's happening.
Taking advantage of the fact that people are really wanting to get out this summer.
Yeah, I get all year.
Well,
All year.
Well, I mean, the bulk of the shows though are probably
Yeah.
what, from May to September or something. But that's all. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. You know, post COVID.
That surprises me. It's the biggest ever.
I mean, is that sales numbers or is that actual like? Is that like
Amount of shows.
amount
of
of shows?
shows.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that
Hey.
surprises me because some places are
It could be a
still.
combination of things though too. I mean, you figure you
I
have
think
COVID,
it is.
and then you have the fact that I feel like more artists are touring again because like music is so weird now. I don't know how
Yeah, to
artists
make
how
money.
how do they make money if not touring? Because me and your Uncle Doug were talking the other day about how these artists like will premiere a song on like TikTok. It'll just be a snippet, and like it'll be hot for a month. Because we were talking about listens. Like I was like, look, I can tell you straight up, I got Thriller for Christmas in like '83 or '82, and that next year they were still releasing singles off of that album. So for like over a year, we were getting songs. And they released like Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller. Like I'm pretty sure were the only ones that were actually like released.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was like over a year. Whereas now, and so you figure how many listens you get of a song in that period of time on the radio. But now it's like you guys will drop a song, well, however it comes out, it come out on TikTok. Everybody will be using it on TikTok. So you'll hear that song 300,000 times in a month, but you only hear like 20 seconds of it. And then it's gone, you know? And that's just like, I don't know how artists make money. Like, I just don't know how they make money if like that's how their music gets out there. Like, and it's only here for that long.
TikTok has been a big boom for music people.
Are they monetized though? Like, if somebody uses your song on TikTok, do they get anything from?
I don't know how it works,
Or does it make people go down?
but I think the music industry in general is from touring. You get the most money.
Oh, you always have that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
but
I mean, it's just getting them exposure. You have people that don't even have anything. You know, the song gets big and then it changes their career.
But when you played that 1989 rap song for me, I was like,
Like
what?
1980.
Remember I was talking about Latrem, and it was the Cars That Go Boom, and you were like, yeah, this was big on TikTok a couple months
Oh
ago.
yeah.
And I was like, what
That
are
was
you
a
talking
year-
about?
That was last year.
Well, I'm just saying. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, that song came out in 1989. You're like, yeah, it was pretty big for like a month. And I was like, how does that happen? Like, how does that? Latrem probably like woke up like, what? We're famous.
Yeah, it's stuff like someone just there was another one where it was like this was before COVID. It was like it was a song from the 80s like ain't gonna ever break my stride.
Oh, ain't nothing gonna break in my stride.
Yeah.
That song.
Mhm.
That's from like '84.
I know. Well,
Wow.
that blew. Well, fun fact: the person that started that, I don't know if they. Okay, I'm pretty sure they started that trend because it would like you text someone the lyrics to it. Like last night, I had this strangest dream.
Yeah.
That you just start texting them the lyrics
Mhm.
and see their response. Like you'd record the response. Well, the person that started that trend went to Point Park.
Really?
I remember them showing me like their video. I was like, oh wow,
That's
Yeah,
cool,
was.
yeah.
I was like, wait, I saw that. I didn't realize that was you.
That's funny.
And it was a trend for a decent minute.
Mm.
This was a couple years ago, though.
Ain't
But
nothing.
that song blew up because of that.
That
Again,
that song was big. Yeah.
a
Breaker.
resurgence.
I think that video was shot in Venice. The original
Mm.
video, I think. Breaka My Stride. Yeah. I saw a kid singing on Star Search at Graham's house, and Graham just shook her head. I remember. Like, it was too new for him to win. And it was like, it was a poppy song.
Yeah.
It was, singing
Yeah, why would
competition.
you?
Yeah, I forget what he probably got like 2 songs.
That ain't
or-
showing the vocals, the vocal
Yeah,
range.
yeah,
or-
yeah, exactly.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He wanted to sing something people would like, but the judges were like, nah, 2 stars. But, yeah. Huh. Yeah. But what else is new?
What else?
HBO
You want
Max
to
is
talk
falling
about?
apart.
I was gonna say that was my next thing. You want to talk about Warner Brothers Discovery Plus?
Yeah,
that's,
I mean,
that's their name.
that's so
Warner
terrible.
Brothers Discovery Plus.
Plus, yeah, because somehow
Warner Media was catching on for me. Warner Media is
Yeah.
simple.
I feel like there was 100 years of
Warner Brothers,
and
Mhm.
now it's like,
and then it
everything's-
changed from Warner Media to Warner Brothers Discovery Plus.
Yeah, it's
in
all a hot mess.
A year or two.
They're restructuring HBO Max. There've been a bunch of layoffs. Movies are getting canceled. Shows are getting shelved. It's craziness.
Yeah, I think they pulled like 6 HBO Max originals. Like American Pickle, which was shot in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They pulled that off HBO Max. They
Why?
pulled a couple things. I don't know.
Are they going to eventually air them?
I don't know. Because they already were out. American Pickle's been out for like a year.
Okay.
But there's a handful of movies that they
What is
just took
American
off.
Pickle about?
This Rush.
Wait, is that
maybe
the
not
Seth,
Rush.
the Seth
Yeah, the Seth
Rogen when he
Rogen
falls
one.
in a pickle?
Yeah.
That was filmed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, and he gets suspended.
Yeah.
Suspended animation.
Yeah, and
Which is
pickle
in the
juice.
brine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw parts of it. It wasn't
Wasn't that good?
like when you hear the premise, you're like, oh man, Seth Rogen
Yeah, fish
playing-
out of water. Yeah.
Seth Rogen playing an Eastern European from the 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
Pickle juice, like it sounds
Yeah.
ridiculous. No, it was like just a bland comedy.
Wow.
From the parts I saw, I was like,
That's crazy.
kind of let down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know the rumor is that they shelved Batgirl because it was just bad. Like so bad that they like the new CEO said he'll just take the $70 million loss.
Wow.
It's-
Yeah, because
yeah,
they
'cause-
were They were supposed
It
to
was
come out
done.
this holiday
Yeah,
season.
it was done. Yeah.
That was there was a couple things that were supposed to come out. Some Scooby Doo thing
yeah.
that was supposed to come out this holiday season, and they said
They
no.
shelved Scooby Doo.
It was a Scooby Doo something like
But
a special.
really Scooby Doo.
There was 3 things.
How do you mess up Scooby Doo?
Mm.
Damn, they probably want James Gunn to redo one. Imagine
Well,
if he
no.
did
Oh,
Scooby-Doo
what I
now.
wanted to say real quick was, the original Scooby Doo movie, 2001,
Mhm.
or 2002, was supposed to be rated R.
Really?
And James Gunn, for those who don't know, directed, wrote Guardians of the Galaxies 1 and 2, a couple
Mhm.
other things.
Yeah. Suicide
Pretty
Squad.
funny. Yeah, pretty funny guy. But he wrote the first Scooby Doo movie. It was supposed to be rated R.
I could almost see
It's
that.
supposed to be like weed references.
Innuendo.
Yeah, and they said no. But recently, I think James Gunn tweeted like, "Yeah, I would do that if they're all interested in it."
Yeah, hell yeah, I'd go
They
see
get
that.
the same cast
Oh, come
in
on.
their
My
40s.
baby be in that. What's her name?
Oh, I
The
forget.
one to play Velma.
Velma, yeah.
When they remember the scene when they had her come out in a tight outfit for like a hot second. I
Yeah,
was like,
that
what?
was in the
I was like,
second
who-
one. That was
No,
in
the second one she wore a hot outfit.
the
a lot.
leather. The
Yeah,
leather.
I was like, whoa,
They showed
whoa,
those.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, I always knew Velma had it in her. I always knew it. But yeah,
But like, I mean, that's actually been getting like a lot of love, at least on my side
would
of
see that.
TikTok. I would see it too.
yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, people love that cast. They're like, that was
That was a good
that was
cast.
an accurate cast for a
Yeah, they
cartoon.
did well. I mean, they're all old now.
They are.
Them motherfuckers are older than me. Yeah, they're old.
Yeah.
But man, I
Man,
still
they
watch
messed
it.
up. They messed up.
Yeah.
I still like that movie, but a rated R version, the
Yeah.
world just wasn't ready.
They weren't ready, yeah. Now they're like, bump it. It's whatever. People want to see it, they'll go see
Mhm.
it. That's kind of how it is. Like, if they want to see it, they'll go see it.
Yeah.
You know? Just make it what it is. And, like making a Scooby-Doo movie for adults. I mean, we've all grown up on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
It's like an American institution.
That's one thing. We've seen Scooby Doo so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
times
yeah.
since the 60s. Like,
yeah. So,
give us something.
something fresh and sexy.
Yeah, and that would be it.
Yeah, it'd be funny. You don't gotta go over
Yeah.
the top. Like,
No,
you don't need to
like,
be like,
that-
a throuple with the 3 of them or nothing like that. But,
Yeah, just like,
but yeah.
it was going to be like, obviously, Shaggy was going to be a stoner.
Yeah.
There's like stuff like that they're going to
Yeah.
do.
Get Jason Mewes to play Shaggy. That'd be funny. But
No, you can't replace.
Oh, well, he's old now. He looks
Jason
old.
Mewes is old.
Well,
too.
he doesn't look as old as he did.
Uh,
As the dude that played Shaggy. That dude's on Good Girls.
He is.
Looking
What's his
old.
name? I
don't know.
forget.
He was a Comic-Con last time we
He
went.
was. I forget. Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, him and
Matthew
him
Lillard.
and,
That's his name.
him and Skeet Ulrich. And I
Yeah.
literally was like, why are they both here? Then I was like, oh shit, Scream. They were in Scream.
They were in
'Cause
Scream.
I could not figure out how they knew each other so well.
Which then less than a year later, the new Scream reboot
Yeah,
came out.
Yeah, true. They did a panel. You know we never do panels when we go there.
I didn't know they did
They do
panels there.
panels. Yeah, we never stay for them.
Hmm.
The only thing we ever did was the costume contest.
Yeah, that was.
The Halloween contest.
years ago.
Yeah, you were little because you got the picture taken with Roshi. That Roshi
Yeah, I
was
thought that
dope.
was so cool.
Yeah, that Roshi was dope.
I
Yeah.
thought it was him.
Yeah, he was a good Roshi. Master
He was.
Roshi, Dragon Ball Z.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. But and I think we only did that because we just gone to Comic-Con in San Diego, so we were more like comfortable with the actual nerdiness
Yeah.
of everything. But yeah, I will say this: you were always braver than me in regards to getting autographs. You'll go get an autograph. You know, I'm like, nah. I'm just gonna stand back here and look. Like, I'm just gonna look at.
I'm
them.
so nervous though.
You do it. I mean, you got one from Lou Ferrigno. I was like,
I
look
was
at that.
so nervous because I already talk quiet, so you
Yeah.
could not hear me.
Yeah. Mr. Ferrigno. No, you were like 14 when you got that one, though, I think.
No,
No, you were still little?
I was older.
We still have it. You 15?
I was
I don't
like
know.
16.
Yeah, maybe.
I was.
That's when Kurt Angle was there. I had a chance to redeem myself from the last time I saw him, and I still failed. I just kept looking at him like sideways. I was like, I should say something.
Yeah.
But, oh well. His day will come. Yep. But, anyways.
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah. That's just
They-
madness. I mean, they're announcing stuff. Like, you saw that the CEO just said that Warner Brothers is going to follow, the DCEU is going to follow a 10-year plan like Marvel.
I did see that.
Like, they're basically like, bump it. We're going, but
Took
you know,
them 10 years.
to figure out they need to just slow
we should
down.
make a
and
plan.
maybe we should have a plan and it'll probably work out better for everybody. No, just shoot from the hip. But they
Bang, bang, bang. Money.
Yeah, oh, damn. I'm shot myself on the foot. They fuck, what was I going to say?
The 10-year
But
plan.
Their 10-year plan, but the thing is, though, it's like, I feel like low-key, because you see everybody saying they're coming back now. I feel like low-key that Snyder Cut might have made a difference, because like now Ben Affleck's back on board, Henry Cavill's back on board.
Money talks.
I think they're like, how
Henry
long
Cavill was never
He was never
wanted.
wa-
He never wanted to leave.
Oh, okay.
They were forcing him.
Wow, and it wasn't his fault.
And it
None of
wasn't his fault. And
None
they're
of
like, Henry Cavill. We
Yeah,
have Jason
yeah.
Momoa over
Yeah,
here.
we have-
He's gonna be the. No, we have The Rock.
Mm.
Who
Who? Hey, what's
we
that say?
actually we have not talked about The Rock.
No, we talk about that like during the day.
Yeah.
The time of the podcast, we forget.
Forget
Man, that dude.
Black Adam. The
What-
DCU universe
Yeah. Hey, people.
will not be the same.
No, it won't
That's
be.
his quote. That's
Yeah.
his quote. Just
Yeah.
to let you know.
Just so you know, Black Adam is like a fan favorite, like
Yeah.
a comic fan favorite character. He is not a marquee character. He is not a linchpin of the DCU. But James the Rock, what's his last name? What is the
Johnson.
Rock? Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, literally is trying to parlay this into the Black Adam being like the cornerstone of the DCU. Do not let this happen, people. The man can't even carry an accent. The guy's supposed to be from the Middle East, and he delivers
He's
his
supposed
line.
to be Egyptian, right?
I just would say that it's probably one of those made-up DC countries. And
I didn't know because Egyptian gods.
No, well, I think that's probably where he got his powers from.
Yeah.
But he's not Egyptian. Well, he might. No, it's gonna be one of those made-up cities in
Okay.
DC. That's
Yeah, you can't get
Yeah.
too dicey.
Well, you know when they did that the Marvel DC Avengers versus JLA in early 2000s, one of the things that the DC characters noticed about the Marvel characters' Earth is that their Earth was like 0.2% smaller, and it was because of all the fake cities in a DC. Yeah. It was pretty. It was like a funny detail that like comic book nerd would notice. He's like, strangely, their Earth is 0.2% smaller than ours, or something. Point whatever.
Yeah.
Because DC doesn't say New York, they don't say Chicago, they don't say
Mhm.
Milwaukee. For those fun fact, folks, those of you who didn't notice, Keystone City's not real, and neither's Metropolis, and neither's Gotham. But so, anyways, he's from like Harak or something like that,
Mhm.
and Yeah, and he doesn't have
He
an
doesn't have
accent.
an accent,
He-
and
I mean-
and the thing, he keeps the same tone too.
Yeah, yeah.
He does not inflict his.
My power comes from pain. I don't even
Yeah.
know what that. Like, I don't even know what emotion he's trying to convey.
The DC universe.
He's
Will never
like-
be the same.
he's
He's
like-
like,
yeah.
my son died in my arms or something.
Yeah, my son
It's-
died in
It's
my
like no
arms.
emotion. It's
Yeah,
like,
but he thinks he's emoting.
yeah,
That's what's weird. He thinks
he's like,
being.
I'm intimidated.
He's like, I don't. He's like, we don't kill. He goes, I do. Like, it's not even deadpan. It's just.
No, it's not. It's not
just-
like he has so much bass in his voice. It's
Yeah.
intimidating. It's just like, no,
No.
you're saying the lines how you think because you think you sound cool.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, he.
It's like,
The
no.
directors are afraid to direct him.
Yeah, they can't change him.
Yeah.
The quote is his quote is the DCE universe will not be the same.
That fool showed up in full costume at San Diego Comic Con, rose up out the stage, said you've been warned, and then sank back down. I'm like, he didn't even do a panel.
No.
It's like he literally just showed his face,
It was
all this fanfare, and then disappeared. I'm like, fuck that guy. Sorry, but that's just too
it
much
did
for
look
me.
cool though.
It looked cool, but
It
it
did
was
look
like,
cool.
now you stay and you answer questions like
Yeah,
normal
you're
people.
supposed. Did
Like-
he though, or did he just leave?
No, he left. As far as I know, I don't see
He had to
any.
do
There
the.
are no clips of him like answering any questions.
Well, he had to. He had to do the crypto.
Oh,
Super
yeah, he had to
Pets
do that, too.
show. He had
Yeah,
to do
'cause-
the Fast and Furious 9
'Cause
panel.
he
I
can't
bet.
say no to anything.
Jumanji 3. He probably had a whole bunch of panels.
I was thinking about it. I was like, does that dude not realize that like there is a such thing as oversaturation, and when people start seeing your face on everything, it does make people start to turn away. You can ask like anything that's ever gotten huge. There wasn't that their music started to suck or their movies started to get worse. People they were just overexposed, and people stopped caring. People like when they can think something belongs to them. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's mine.
Gatekeep. They like to gatekeep.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
It is a bad
Gatekeeping.
thing, but it's reality.
Yeah.
Like The Rock could literally not be like, oh, you made another mediocre movie. It's just that people were tired of looking at you, and now they're realizing your movies are mediocre, which we realized 8 years ago. But that's okay. Even though I like Jumanji,
Jumanji's funny.
Yeah, I can't hate on Jumanji. I mean, he's played the same character in Center of the Earth, and he played the same character in the boat one. And
He's playing the same character in Black Adam.
Yeah, just what did Sim say? She said the first DC character that doesn't have to wear a padded suit. I was like, so? I was like, okay. I'm glad he has good genetics and he works out every day. But I don't know if that's true though. That is an interesting stat. If his
I
suit's
think it
not
is
padded,
true.
I mean, I could see it not.
I'm
I
pretty
could
sure
see it
it
being
is.
true. I mean, the guy is a physical specimen.
Yeah.
He ain't lazy, so I'll give him that. He ain't lazy.
He ain't. Now, is the movie gonna be good? That's a different question.
Yeah.
I'm saying it now. It's gonna have a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.8 on IMDb.
7.2.
You're saying 7.2 on IMDb?
7.2.
I'm saying 6.8. I'm sticking with 6.8.
It's gonna make 839 million.
I don't think it'll make that much.
It is. It's gonna be another one of those movies where like, how does this movie make money? And we're gonna be like, it was so
I
bad.
don't think it will make
It's
that
gonna make-
much.
All right, it'll make more than the first Shazam, but I feel like the second Shazam is gonna make more than the first.
Oh
Shazam.
yeah,
because
I feel
that's
like-
the one I want to see.
me too.
I'm like, oh yeah, this I dig, but it ain't getting that Black Adam love. For real.
Honestly, I hope Black Adam flops. Man.
I mean, personally, to look at it,
Shazam barely made any money. Jeez. Whew.
Julius, I
They
mean,
just broke even. I bet,
you're the world's biggest Shazam fan, and you never went to see the movie, so
in theaters.
that was like crazy to me.
It came out at a bad time.
Julius was like the Shazam fan growing up. Like he was that.
He was
kid.
my favorite superhero.
Yeah,
I was
he
the
was.
only one that knew him.
Yeah.
Only one that liked him
Yep.
before he was cool.
Yeah.
Now he's everywhere.
See? Gatekeeper. Just like
Oh,
you said.
yeah.
Just like you said. You're like, he was mine.
I
I used to love him.
loved him.
Yeah.
But when the movie came out, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a car to go see it. So I literally did not have a car to go see
You were
it.
in school. Huh?
I was
You were
in school.
college, yeah.
In Pittsburgh. I had no car. I wasn't gonna go see a movie.
Take a bus. You take a bus everywhere else.
I couldn't
Or you-
take
or
a
you
bus
Uber.
there.
Uber.
That would be too expensive.
I'll tell you this much, folks. Buying like gifts for your child when they're in college is so easy because it's if you gift cards for food or for Uber. It's so nice. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get him an Uber gift card. I got you out as a stocking stuffer. You were like, thank you. I was like, he's gonna use this. I know.
I did use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We didn't have Ubers when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was called riding in cars with strangers. Which takes me back to my childhood as a Gen Xer.
Which
And just
we're not going to get into it. I knew
we're not going to get into it.
I knew you were going to.
But for those of you who don't know,
back.
last week's episode about Generation X and Generation whatever they're called. What are you called?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. Yeah. It struck up there was some controversy. I got some phone calls, and some people weren't happy with my son.
All right, I'll apologize. I'll apologize to millennials first.
Why?
Just because I was thinking about it more. I was like, okay, I was a little too harsh.
No, you weren't.
You're still millennials.
Yeah, they are what they are.
But I was a little too harsh. Now I'll apologize to Gen X because I will give you guys the arts.
The arts. Just so you know, we had a conversation in the car. And now he's giving us the arts because he realizes everything he loves about music and movies comes from our generation.
No.
Except Quentin Tarantino, which he's on the cusp. So I just take him as ours.
Yeah, first of all, my dad said Quentin Tarantino. He's a Gen Xer. No, he's a boomer. We looked it up.
But he's like literally like the last 2 weeks of being a boomer. So he doesn't even count.
No, he's 2 years.
It's 2 years, but 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
Anyway, and a lot of the movies that Gen X is doing is now. The movies now.
Okay, these are the things that you love. These
I
are the
don't
things
love
that have
them.
influenced you.
I don't love them.
About? Everything in your childhood is probably made by a Gen Xer. Except like the Martin Scorsese stuff. But
I would say a lot of the influence has come from Gen X. That's why I said the arts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you music.
Dre.
Okay.
What? I'm just saying, Dre. Eminem.
Eminem's
Jay-Z.
been falling off. Dre hasn't made nothing.
Jay-Z. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You're talking about
Julius.
No, I'm giving you. I said I'm giving you the
Pull
arts.
out your record collection.
I'm giving you the
like
arts.
Wu-Tang.
I'm just saying. You're naming people that haven't.
They really don't have
give
to.
anything.
They're iconic. They don't have to now.
All right.
I'm saying they already did their thing.
I'll give you fashion as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, give Gen Z 10 more years.
Yeah, give us 10 years because we haven't done anything yet.
Because we're all kids.
I'm just saying. So this is like almost like if I wasn't a Gen Xer, if I was a boomer, I'd be like, sit down and know your place, and that's what it would be. But but you speak because I'm a Gen Xer and I respect your opinion because you just haven't done anything yet. So it's like you saying anything about what we've done is like, what?
How can
But
we?
it's like, well, what have you done? And it's like, well, we haven't yet. Well,
Gen
okay.
X, I can't think off the top of my head, but Gen Z has done some stuff.
What?
Control TikTok, making money off of TikTok.
Okay, from China, but okay.
Still making millionaires, baby.
Off of TikTok, there are TikTok millionaires.
Charlie D'Amelio is definitely a millionaire.
Off of TikTok?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
TikTok
I don't
started
TikTok.
it. She got that Dunkin' deal. She has all that.
Oh, that's that
stuff.
girl you like, huh?
No.
Which one's the one you like?
I liked her. She was attractive.
What's
it was
her
her
name?
sister.
You liked her? It was her, wait. Which one did you like?
Dixie.
And her sister is who? Charlie.
Charlie's the big one, Dad.
Okay, which one did you like?
I just said Dixie.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. I
don't even watch her anymore.
All right. Well, I mean, just saying.
That was a phase.
It's a phase. Man,
Yeah.
you got all worked up.
I did because I'm like, I don't like her anymore.
I'm sorry. Oh man, it ain't like I'm talking about a girl you asked to the prom. I'm talking about some TikTok person. Where she live?
They live in California. Everyone big goes to California.
Oh, that's where you're going. So you might get to holler at her. You never know.
I don't think we run in the same circles.
If you
Okay,
did.
can we talk? I don't like talking. Like, you're still talking about a made-up scenario.
Go ahead.
This will never happen.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This will
something
never
else.
happen.
We'll talk about something else. Go ahead.
All right, so Gen X, I'm sorry, I'll give you the arts. Even though that is such a Gen X thing to be like, what you know about this?
You're
What you
right.
know about
what
this?
you know, though? What you know? What you know about that? I'll be like, you don't know nothing about this. Saying. So we get the arts. I'm gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna come back to this in about 10 years, and you can tell us what you guys did when Generation Alpha, which is what the next generation is being called, which is kind of hard, when it's their time to complain about you guys.
They won't. They will complain about millennials. Their
Well,
parents.
Everybody already complains about millennials. Just because they're millennials.
You know, Gen Alpha. No, they're just.
Who is that? That's like Julian and them. No. Who would that
It's
be?
all the kids that have. Gen Alpha is all the kids that do nothing but stare at the iPads
Oh.
and watch Coco
Like the
Melon.
little ones. Oh, like Nico
No.
and them.
Yeah.
That's Gen Alpha. Man. Huh.
Well, and older.
What about Javon?
2010.
Is like Javon, is he like Generation Alpha? Aaron's Aaron's son?
No.
No, he's still Gen Z?
Gen Alpha is like 2010, 11.
I don't even know who that is then. Those are some little ass kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're all still young.
Man. We'll see. Guess we'll see.
They're coming up in an interesting time.
Yeah.
Born into technology.
Yeah, into it.
Internet and stuff.
I asked my coworker, he's 20, and I said, do you remember life before cell phones? And he was like, yeah. And I said, do you? And he said, yeah. He said, Matt, I didn't get my cell phone until late. I was going to the 9th grade. I was like, oh. I said, okay. So you were like 13. He was like, yeah. I was like, okay.
And he's 28?
He's 28, yeah.
Man, I'm actually surprised by that.
Yeah, that's what
Freshman year, Dad, you're 15.
Well, yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I was 14.
I'm just saying back then.
Yeah.
I feel 28. What year is that?
2000. Go 14. 2008. I think 2008 is when I actually committed to having a cell phone.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I had my phone, just shut it off. Have it on, shut it off.
I'm just surprised he actually.
Yeah, it was 2008 when I committed
to
like the number I have now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I guess I got to keep this fucking phone. Like, because, I wasn't real big on cell phones. So, I didn't even want like what are those things called? An Advantage card when they first came out. I was like, I want to give my my information to John Eagle. Your grandma was like, Matthew, fill out the card. I was like, okay, Mom. I didn't like the idea that everything's floating around out there. But here we are now, where all your information's out there. So
now the Gen X fans, you guys listening will be like, man, days before cell phones, and you're gonna be talking about. I already know you're thinking about what life was like before the cell phones, and you're texting my dad.
It was quiet.
I know. I bet.
But I could leave.
Sometimes I'm jealous.
I could leave and be like, hey, I'll be back, and it wasn't. I didn't have to bother with anyone until I got back. It wasn't this like the things like that. Like when we're. It's funny how I've watched. Like the cell phone alter the workplace, because when cell phones first came out, it was like put your phone away. Like if you're playing, people were like put your phone away. You're at work. Put your phone away. It was like a huge deal. But now it's like, hey, if you have to take a call, can you step outside? But prior to the cell phone, you weren't taking calls at work. You weren't getting a call. If I got a phone call at work, shit popped off. One of you was bleeding. Something had happened. But now it's like your mom will call me because like. She can't get the stove to turn on. Like, it'll be like, babe, there's a problem with the stove. Okay, is it like leaking gas, or you just can't get it to work? So like that's like something that's changed, where it's like people like not being accessible at all times was actually kind of nice. You could just like
I bet.
But when your mother was pregnant with you, I would go fishing for like 8 hours a day. I would just be like, Dave, you want to go fishing? And we would just go fishing.
Wow.
All day.
Way to take care of your pregnant wife.
I had a pager. So if it popped off, she was going to put in 808, and then I knew I had to go. But it was just, I could just go fishing, and life was good. Come back home, no baby. Cool. Now, she'd have been texting me. Bring me home a caramel fudge temptation, 2 scoops of ice cream. Now I have to do it.
Speaking of texting, this was today. I know you got the text. Deja was like, she came downstairs. She was like, the roof is leaking. And without hesitation, Mom.
What?
It was raining. The roof is like leaking. And Deja was, without hesitation, Mom grabbed her phone and texted you. I don't know if she texted you. Without hesitation. Wait,
no, this is news to me, actually. So now I got to check my phone.
So I don't know what she texted you then. She texted you something, because we were laughing. You're like, you didn't even like, it wasn't even within 5 seconds. She texted you something.
I gotta look now. This is crazy.
All right.
No, because she didn't. Oh, she did.
She did. I knew she did, because it was within.
What the hell?
5 seconds.
Oh,
of
Well,
Deja telling her.
wow. Thanks for telling me. Wow, I never even text her back. I text her some ridiculous Ed and Eddie thing after that.
Hmm.
Wow, I guess I better look into that.
All right. More for the news. Did you see the Joker teaser trailer?
No, I did not. With Lady Gaga and Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix.
It's literally just motion graphics of like a cutout of Joker like moving, and then a cutout of Lady Gaga moving, and to like music, and it's just the title, and it's coming out October 4th, 2024.
That's like
2 years.
from now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a musical, right?
Yep. And it's it has a French
Yeah.
word that means something with crazy.
Yeah. I think if people give that movie a chance, I think they'll be surprised with. I just think it's going to be good. I mean,
The first one was surprising.
it was really good. I mean, a musical, that's a hell of a risk to take.
No, I don't think it's gonna be like a Grease musical.
But they're going to break out in song and dance on a rig.
The title means madness for two. So,
Man, how about Harley Quinn? How about, you know what? Can I digress for a minute about work for hire? Go off a little tangent.
okay.
Because when you see all these people, all these creators, like talk about like the MCU or the DCU and how so and so wasn't compensated, and they created this character and they should be millionaires, and it always like kind of makes me just go because like if it was work for hire, the character was never yours, and if that character goes on to become like massive, if they choose to compensate you, I've probably talked about this before, if they choose to compensate you, that's nice. You know, if they choose to give you extra, that's really kind of them, but they really don't have to, because it was just work for hire and you knew what you were doing. And I say this because you hear all these creators talk about stuff like Brubaker was talking about how he created the Winter Soldier, and, you know, Jim Starlin was talking about creating Thanos, but like Paul Dini created Harley Quinn for like the Batman animated series. And now she's Harley Quinn, and he's never said a word. Like, he's never complained. He's never, as far as I know.
I feel like he gets credited.
He gets, well, they always get credited though.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but it's about compensation. He's never, because it was, they asked him to do a job and he did it. He gave the Joker a girlfriend.
If you get credited, don't you get money?
I don't think so.
I think you get some.
I mean, nah, like
some.
I think Bob Kane had something worked out with Batman, but he's been like the sole, well, he's not even the sole creator anymore, but for the first 80 years of Batman's existence, he was like created by Bob Kane. That was something he contractually had, but the credit that you see them giving those guys now, they're just giving them credit. They're literally just giving them credit.
Yeah,
I
don't think that's how credits work.
Look it up, because Alex Ross has spoken on things he's created, how Marvel used to give him money and they don't anymore. And Brubaker talked about how old Marvel gave him money, but Disney Marvel doesn't. So you can look it up and see, but I'm pretty sure just saying that you created it doesn't mean that you're paid for it, because you were paid as work for hire. But I could be wrong.
That's messed up in my opinion, because you created something. What they're making money off wouldn't exist without you.
Yeah, but
creating
for every Captain America that Jack Kirby made, how many like a bad character did he create that we don't know about?
Okay, but are they making money from
this? He got paid for both of them the same.
I'm saying, okay, but they're still using the character that he created currently making billions off of him. And so he should get some money.
I mean, I
see
what
money
you're saying.
Off the bad characters.
I see what but it cuts both ways. Like, it's like with music. For every Beyonce there's fucking 7,000 Latrims, and they both got the same deal when they started out. So that you know who took the risk? The company took the risk.
I know. And guess who's getting? Because
it's theirs.
And the company's still giving Beyonce money because she's still
she's still getting money because she's making money.
Yeah.
Off of her new
and they're making money off of what they originally paid him for.
Look, bud, if I gave you $100 for that thing on your T-shirt right there, and you were like cool with that, and then I went and did something with it for the next 20 years.
That is not the same thing.
Well, you didn't design it, but if you did, is what I'm saying. So you're saying, if I was like, hey, that's cool. Hey, I'm gonna use that as my logo for my band. I'll give you $100, and you said okay. Then my band blows up. Am I an asshole if I don't give you any more money when you start seeing your logo on people's T-shirts? I am.
Well, in that sense,
you didn't see the value in what you had.
No, that would not. people know for that stuff
Do they?
to work that contractually to.
And if you work for Disney and you design Buzz Lightyear for Disney, they should have to pay you for designing Buzz Lightyear forever. It's the same thing as designing Spider-Man. You made that for them. You didn't make that for you. You made that for them.
Mm-hmm.
They paid you, and now they're using it forever.
No, I feel like creating the character.
No, I think the creators should get their due, but I just feel like their due isn't what they think it should be. Like,
I'm not saying you should get millions, but it's like royalties.
Like,
That's
I can
what
see
they
royalties.
should.
Royalties. Okay. Like, as you know, Superman's the creators of Superman's family have sued DC like 3 or 4 times. Like, they've sued them generationally, and they've won.
Which they should.
They've won. No, they've won up until I think this last time, because it's like, look, we keep giving your family money, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Then that generation blows the money. So then the next
That's
generation sues again.
That's their
Because they're not.
fault.
When I say they're giving them money, they're giving them money.
But how they keep winning.
I think up until the most recent lawsuit, which led to, remember when Superboy got shelved for a while?
Yeah.
That's why DC shelved them, because there was a lawsuit about Superboy with Superman creator's family. So DC had to shelve Connor Kent and all that stuff. So there couldn't be a Superboy because, it was up in the air like who owned him or whatever. But like when I think it was Siegel and Schuster, and you can look this up because it's kind of fuzzy on like the numbers, but whatever DC paid the original creators once Superman hit and was big, it would be millions now. They gave him like hundreds of thousands of dollars back in like the 40s, and next thing you know, now his kids are showing up like, hey, you're still using Superman, we need more money. Like, well, no, we kind of compensated you for that, but then they won again, and
There must be different reasoning for like how they're winning.
well, I don't
How
think
they're
I
winning,
think
like
they
what they're
finally- I think they
specifically
finally
suing
didn't win.
over.
I think they finally didn't win, is what happened. I think a judge probably was just like, nah, just because they have it doesn't mean they have to give it to you. That's how I see it, because I'm like, especially if we've paid you like multiple times.
That's a different case. I'm saying these other people that they're continually making money off of the work that they did. No matter if it wasn't for a company, they wouldn't have any money if it wasn't for what you did for them. And
As an employee?
Yes.
Okay. So should I get paid for the buildings I helped build as long as they're standing? Or did I get paid to do the job that I did when I built it? I'm just asking.
Art and architecture is not the same realm.
They're still using the building. They're still making money
They
off of it.
are.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And I'm sure there's some clauses where it's like the carpenter is a builder that, there's a certain meaning.
Yeah, I'm work for hire. I'm work for hire. They pay me to do a job and I do it. So I pay you.
So you're saying, example, Marvel's employees, their job is to create content.
Yes.
And it all goes to Marvel. None of it's
No,
owned by the.
No, none of it is owned by the creator unless there's something stipulated in their contract. Like if you want to do creator owned, you go to Dark Horse, you can go to Image, and then that's yours. But you know what happens when you go there? It doesn't have the Marvel or DC name, so nobody cares. So they might buy your book or they might not. And also when you create, say, the Winter Soldier and put him in Captain America, people were already buying Captain America, so your book already had 50,000 people looking at the character you created, as opposed to if you went to creator owned and created the same character and put him in a book that nobody was reading. Now you actually have to make that character famous on your own merit. The only person that Marvel that actually could probably really talk about creator owned stuff really is probably like Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, like the OGs who really did create the whole Marvel universe and made those characters household names. But those people who like created characters that piggybacked off of that fame, I don't know. Maybe royalties, maybe. That's just my opinion, and I'll probably get cussed out for it. But I just feel like I don't know.
I think royalties, especially when we're talking about a corporation, screw this. Yeah. Get the working man his money.
Yeah, but he already did.
Money that he's barely making a living off. We're talking about art here.
Oh, we are talking about
corporation that making billions of dollars.
They are.
They can afford a $25,000 a year royalty or something.
If they
That's
make
chump
that,
change.
if they make
They're
that,
looking in their couch
a
for
percentage,
that.
A percentage of what the people made. Yeah, I could see that. But them just being huffing and puffing and mad about it. I don't know.
They probably are, because they're like, man, this is Marvel we're talking about. Disney Marvel.
Yeah, you could slide
Screw
or something.
Disney.
You could, but that's the whole part. You could, but you don't have to. They don't have to. All I'm saying.
It's not. They don't want to.
They don't have to. They probably don't want to.
Morally, they have to.
Morally, they
Legally,
should.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a corporation, and they do not care. They're
the corporate entity, a living thing. So they say, it'll outlive its creator and its creator's vision.
yeah.
I mean, that's the jacked up thing about corporations. Unrecognizable from what it was originally supposed to be. Do you ever look up who owns Disney now?
It's
like
bored.
a hedge fund or something crazy. Like it's so weird. Like I didn't even understand what I was looking at. Like this is a whole group of people and things.
No company's family owned.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
So you get more money going public.
Get that. I don't even know when Disney went public.
Seven Pops Culture's public.
Yeah, we're public. our IPO is coming, folks. Shares are going to be dirt cheap. Trust me.
I forget when Disney went public too.
No. I mean, they've had a board for quite some time.
I think it was.
It
was before.
80s?
I think it was before Disney's death.
Before Walt died, really?
I think, cause how do you get the funds to build Disney World and stuff?
I don't
know.
I don't know what.
He wasn't the money man.
He wasn't.
It was his brother.
His brother was. Yeah, you knew that.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you schooled me to that. He was a man with the vision.
No, he didn't have a vision. He was just stressing about Walt. Walt
had the
vision.
Walt had the vision. But you gotta have a guy that's good with the money and a guy with the vision.
Yeah.
Somebody be like, "That ain't a good idea, Walt." I'm telling
but
you.
Walt would never listen.
But hey, if he would have listened to everything, he listened to enough, to make it work. But I'm just saying, what's the name? There was something I was going to say. My brain, man, it's not been working. I probably need to take some cordyceps mushrooms. But yeah, we're talking about Walt Disney. I don't know. Keep going, because it'll come back to me.
One thing, you mentioned the Batgirl movie earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The directors of that directed a couple episodes of Miss Marvel.
Yeah?
So, and they're over in Europe, I forget where, for one of the directors of Batgirl's wedding, when they found the news that Batgirl was canceled, Kevin Feige, messaged them.
Wow.
Saying, oh, we heard about the news, sorry.
Wow. I think Kev knew. Kev knew they didn't know. He's playing the long con. He's like, watch this.
Marvel's gonna buy Batgirl.
He another gemstone and he's like, psh, I got them now.
I mean, he already has them on his payroll.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
That's crazy.
And they're at the wedding when said, "Man, your movie's canceled.
Yeah,
your movie that you already did everything for."
Done. Wow.
Hey, I got
that's
paid,
crazy. but still,
that
would hurt because you want your work to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But I mean, the CEO, I guess, is saying, he said he wants to stop with the home releases. Like, we're trying to get it back in the theaters.
Yeah.
So that I think Warner Brothers Discovery Plus is gonna be done with watch on HBO Max in 20 days, right after the movie got released in theaters.
Yeah. Well, they did that though because of COVID. They just never.
I know
went away.
they never went out.
Yeah. They were.
I don't know why.
They announced
and
that
HBO
early.
was kind of the one that started that.
Yeah.
Just wait 20 days. We'll be on our app.
He announced every movie for 2021 will be on HBO Max. And
just
people were
why?
like, why would I go to the theater then?
And then Disney was like,
3 weeks.
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah. But Disney's like, if it's good, though, we're going to charge you extra 30.
Yeah,
Like, you're still not getting it for free, bitches.
Yeah.
30. They didn't say 10. They said 30 because there'll be a couple people watching with you.
Yeah, we'll make you wait a couple days and charge you money.
And charge you money.
You're right.
That's what we do. They were like, if it's good.
I don't know. They got us for Mulan.
Oh, they did. Oh.
$30 for Mulan?
Mm-hmm. We were deep, too. You were 6 deep watching that.
There's more than that.
This is it, huh? This is it. Watching Mulan.
Man,
yeah,
that movie.
Yeah, I forget we watched that. That's $30 I forgot about. For real.
Yeah. In my opinion, that was a waste of money.
No, you right.
You should have waited.
Right. Was the dragon even in it?
No, Mushu.
Yeah, no Mushu. Damn.
It was a mess. It was just a messy
movie.
movie.
It was. Mercy.
All right.
Yeah. Your cousin Courtney loves Mulan.
I know that they're all disappointed.
When she does the clap, I'm like, oh, she loves this.
She didn't like the movie. She didn't like the
No.
live action. No one. We watched it. We were just
Yeah.
like, huh.
We're like, huh? That
We, yeah, and we were just
Like
like,
they tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
It's
They,
like,
did a
oh.
they did a thing with a thing.
like,
Yeah.
got the casting right.
I mean, actually, probably like, good thing they didn't release that thing because, man, they'd been at the theaters like, womp, womp, womp.
Mm-hmm. And then Disney was like, that's it. That's it. No more
I know,
minorities
yeah,
starring in
that's it.
movies. Look what happens. We make no money.
If it got to be white, if it's got to be right. No more minorities.
Yeah.
We're going to cast white people and everything.
Yeah.
That's how Pops did it.
You know-
That's how I'm going to do it.
We're going to remake Mulan.
Yeah.
And-
We're going to get Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
Yeah, so maybe it was a good thing.
Maybe it was a good thing, but
It
yeah.
came out on the app.
That's so true. Well, so what are your thoughts on that, bud? What are your thoughts on like this new like I don't know what to call it because it just happened again, where like they're like you can't be heterosexual and play homosexual. You can't be. You have to be Native American to play Native American. You have to be African American to play African American. You know, like what do you think of that idea? Just wondering. Was that too much? for today?
It's a difficult topic to discuss.
You want to keep it light? We can skip it.
No, I'm
over.
just thinking like that's a lot to take in. I get where they're coming from because how you gonna have someone not of that demographic representing the unrepresentative,
Represented.
unrepresented.
Yeah.
However you say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You're just taking jobs away.
Yeah, but what happens to balance though? Like I get that. Like let's get like, you know, the people to play the parts, but I mean, if you still want to get the best person, and why can't you find a balance? Like
Okay, well, how do we know who the best person is if we're not even searching?
well, yeah, that's what I
for
mean. Do
this.
do the search, but like the girl in Yellowstone, she plays old boy's wife, and she's supposed to be Native American.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually not. She's like Asian.
Oh,
Yeah, so there was a big stink when it came out. I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I was like, she's good. I'm like, it's not even like they went and found like some
It's-
Italian girl and like, we're like,
Yeah.
you're Native American.
this is gonna
like,
sound messed up. It's hard for people of color, for those. For example, you said she was Asian,
Mhm.
you know. But no offense, if say a white person was it, we would be like, get him out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it's like a different race playing a different
Another
ra-
different race.
like
you're
like
well,
the same skin tone, you're like,
eh,
it's hard. Like people don't know what
yeah,
to say.
Yeah, it's like Avatar when they made the Avatar, the last Airbender movie, and they're supposed to be Asian. Everybody was white.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, that's not gonna fly. But if it would have used, I don't know, when they use like a Korean person in place of like, I guess I don't know. Well, no, Asians get mad about that. You know what Josh told me? Never mind. I'll just wait for another day. But, anyways, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, sorry. I was like all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I remember back in the day when Andy Garcia would pop up as an Italian, as a Hispanic, as a white dude, as a Jewish guy. Like, and it would just be like, that's Andy Garcia playing this role. Okay. And
Yeah,
he get-
wait,
he-
was this back in the day?
yeah, this is in like the
Yeah,
80s and the
yeah.
90s, and you could
No.
get away with that. But now, he wouldn't get away with that.
There's
Now it'd be
another
like
actor that did that too.
Al Pacino. Like, Al
No, I'm
Pacino
saying
played.
back in like the 60s.
Oh, no. Andy Garcia was like 80s.
I'm saying before that.
Before-
There was like an actor
oh.
who played like everything.
Yeah.
And he looked
He
looked like everything.
It looked like you're like, oh, he could be that. So it's just like I don't know.
He is
It's acting, and if it's not a stereotype, if it's not a
Yeah.
caricature, then like it's like Steven Spielberg saying he wouldn't direct Color Purple now. Like I like Steven Spielberg's Color Purple, and I'm sure like if someone of color made the Color Purple, it'd be a totally different movie. But it doesn't take away from the fact
Oh.
that I like Steven Spielberg's version of Color Purple. I like
Okay.
that movie.
Here,
You
you
know?
have a different understanding of the character you're portraying if you
Yes.
have a connection,
Yeah. But I just feel like I don't know.
which you can play the character better
Like it's like, but like think about
and truthful.
on Big Mouth, they had the little biracial character, and they literally recast her voice actor to a black girl.
Yeah, that was.
I'm like,
that was,
it's a cartoon, yo. Like
yeah.
everybody on here is making voices, and you know, like literally making up voices and acting over the top. It's a cartoon, and they recast the character because they thought it was inappropriate that it was someone white. I'm like, well, she's also biracial. She's
Well,
she's Jewish and
yeah.
black.
In the sense in that case, I think, you're taking jobs away from
Well, the girl was already writing the character. She was like writing
Yeah,
the
she
show,
was,
and they
yeah.
made her. You know who it is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, but I don't know. It's just very interesting to me because then I'm like, well, what is acting? You know, like Samuel L. Jackson told stories about when he was young and he used to do skits for his family, and he would play like an old like Chinese man, and you know that she was probably inappropriate as hell.
Yeah.
But that was Samuel L. Jackson like getting his chops. You know what I mean? Like he was honing his craft in his living room as a little kid. You know, so it's just weird. You know, he never like I don't know. I guess we've come a long way since Mickey Rooney wearing like blackface and stuff. But
No, he did yellowface.
He did blackface with what's her name? Shirley Temple. But he did yellowface in the movie with what? Audrey Hepburn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Breakfast with Tiffany.
Yep.
They don't talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like really bad too. He has fake teeth.
Oh, yeah,
he has the
bad.
glasses.
It's like it's a caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just found out about Bamboozle yesterday.
I did.
So.
Today. That was this morning. That was this morning.
Long day. I had a long day. Damn, that was this morning?
Yeah. Okay, as we wind down. One thing fan suggested to us. We'll get to the other suggestions for another episode. There's just so many.
Okay.
One was what's it called? Best movie soundtracks.
I can't believe we're ending with this. This is gonna take 20 minutes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What is your opinion?
No, what is yours? I have mine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm just gonna give 3.
You're gonna give 3.
Best movie soundtracks.
One of mine is probably my only one is probably gonna be one of yours.
All right. My number one.
You're doing number 1 first?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do number 3.
Yeah, do number 3.
My underdog.
Okay.
I thought of this right before the show. My underdog is the Karate Kid soundtrack.
You're the best.
Yeah, that's like the main song. But there's like Cruel Summer that
Cruel
blew
Summer.
up that song. That movie blew up that song.
Yeah, that is the song. I didn't know that till you told me that.
Oh.
I mean, I know I only heard it in that movie, but I never realized that's where it came from. So yeah.
Well, it was out before
the
movie.
that movie blew it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a couple other songs, so I'm like, I don't know. I just like it. It's just like fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. 80s movie. There's another one. Oh, and they're playing at the arcade. Him and I forget. But that's why I was skipping. I was skipping to the songs. Be like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I know that scene in that when they play this song. Like every song on that soundtrack, I'm like, oh yeah, this scene. They're doing this in this scene.
I swear to God, if you say Top Gun next.
No. I would say Top Gun, but they play the same 2 songs.
Yeah, Danger Zone and Take My Breath Away.
Yeah, they play that.
Yeah, they
at
play
least
it all
3
the way
times
out.
each.
Yeah.
And when they're not playing that, they play the guitar song. You know what I'm talking about?
When they were playing
when
volleyball.
when Goose is dead, when he dies.
Oh yeah.
There's like a guitar song.
No,
it's a guitar song though. But when they're not playing "Take My Breath Away," "Highway on the Danger Zone," it's that guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that though. My number 2 was the Black Panther soundtrack.
Wow, tell me what you gonna do for me.
Yeah. Just because that's basically a Kendrick Lamar album.
Yes, it is. He had a killer year, didn't he?
No, that was the year after.
Was the year after?
Yeah, it was the year after. But still, I mean, he had a lot of good artists on it.
Yeah.
You know, you like Black Panther, you probably like the album. I'm not going into it. And my number 1, I think this could be undisputed. Like the other stuff I said, yeah, you don't have to agree with me. It's okay. That's just my own personal opinion. Stop. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just nervously playing with that thing because I'm afraid of what you're gonna say.
I'm saying The Lion King.
Simba.
Every song on that soundtrack, I mean, each one's a bop.
Man, each one's a bop.
Each one, yeah. Hakuna Matata is in our dictionary.
Wow.
Street vocabulary.
Man.
Someone says that, you know what they're talking. You know what they mean.
He said undisputed. Man.
Lion King, tell me I'm wrong. That opening shot, you hear that, and you're like, okay, this movie's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Each song's a 10 out of 10.
I was in the theaters when Lion King came out with a date and a bunch of 5-year-olds, and I was like, this movie's amazing.
And it is.
That sunrise. Whew.
Every song is amazing.
It is. I'm gonna feel bad arguing with you,
I don't think you.
I mean,
Please, people.
people.
You can argue with
People.
me. Don't even argue. You don't have to agree with me on the other ones I said. That's just my own feelings. But
When
Lion
I talk
King?
about like
Lion King?
we're talking about like Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Like I will say Lion King is Joe Frazier, but there's only one Muhammad Ali.
No.
I mean, come
Stop.
on, man. Like, look, the other ones.
Lion King is
The
not
other ones.
Joe Frazier.
I mean, he beat Ali once. You know.
I want to
Ali
see
beat-
who's
I
your
mean,
Ali.
I looked at it like you know like I mean, there are a lot of dope songs from a lot of dope movies, like, Top Gun had its 2 songs. I think about Boomerang. Boomerang gave birth to like the highest selling single
I
of
don't
all
even
time.
know
It's an
Boomerang.
Eddie Murphy movie, and the soundtrack was one of the first soundtracks that led to soundtracks being about like actually making some money off the soundtrack. Because End of the Road by Boyz II Men was on there, and it was like the single.
Dad, if
and,
I can't even name the movie.
I'm gonna say that's my number one.
Is
No,
that
I'm
your number
saying-
2?
No, that's not my number 2. I'm just
I was
saying
gonna
examples
say-
of movies that had dope soundtracks, you know. But
can't even-
But I mean,
I
at
don't
the
know
end of
the
the day,
movie, if
at
I
the end of
don't
the day, you got your Hakuna Matatas, and I raise you. I only want to see you
Okay, I
laughing
knew you were gonna say that.
in
I knew you were gonna
rain.
say that.
Purple rain, purple rain. Mic drop. What are you gonna do, bud? What are you gonna do?
No, Dad.
Come
I
on.
knew you were gonna
Come
say.
on,
I
man.
actually, when we got the list,
Yeah.
I knew, like, got the prompt for the
Yeah.
list. I knew you were gonna say Purple
I
Rain.
didn't.
I
Think
forgot.
Purple Rain until yesterday. Honestly,
Really?
I was like going through it, and I was
No.
like, "Wait a second," because Purple Rain was
No, yeah,
Purple
that's-
Rain was
yeah,
so
that's-
big, you
I
forget
can't-
it's the soundtrack.
yeah, you
it was
can't-
so big.
Yeah, you can't argue about
Yeah,
that.
but you can't because you can't be like, well, no, the music is in this. Is literally the movie is the music.
Yeah,
So it's the soundtrack of the like, but
I can't even argue.
nah, man, saying
One of the best
man.
albums of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to be a soundtrack for a movie. Like, talk about
Yeah.
synergy. Like, that was lightning in a bottle. That whole thing, that album competed with Thriller. Like, that's what made Prince and Michael Jackson like. Which tells you kind of how big Michael Jackson was, because Prince needed a dope soundtrack and a movie just to be on the same level
Yeah.
with Mike at that time. But
It's crazy too. They're making movies for not the soundtrack didn't come from the movie, right?
wait, no, the sound that is the original
I know,
soundtrack
no,
for the movie.
But did the movie idea come first? And they're like, let's
Oh.
cast Prince. Oh, he'll make the music.
Well,
or
the
was
mo-
he like,
well, the
oh, I have
movie's
this album
supposed
idea?
to be semi-autobiographical,
Mm,
or semi. I don't know.
semi.
So I don't know. I don't know if they approached him to make a movie,
Yeah.
and then he wrote the stuff and they wrote, because you know all the music is recorded live. Like when you listen to the soundtrack, what you see is what is the recording.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they recorded the album. Yeah.
I gotta see that movie then.
Yeah.
I don't, because
Yeah.
that music's really hard to record. I don't believe it. I really
Don't
don't believe
me.
it.
I mean, there are songs like,
Especially
there
movies.
are songs like
you do.
There are songs that like that aren't in the movie that
I
I don't
know.
know when they recorded them, but like they're saying like "Let's Go Crazy" and all that stuff that was recorded live. That's what I'm told, man. That's what
I'm
told.
just thinking how movies are shot too. You don't shoot a whole scene.
Well, it's a performance. He's performing live. Like you've seen the movie, his performances
I
in that
never
movie
seen the
are not.
movie.
I failed you.
You've told me you're not.
When I say you're not ready for this,
You're not old enough. It's pretty heavy.
when did I tell you that? When you
You-
were 7,
I
Jules?
was like 12.
well, the next year I think is when I
You're
let
not
you
old
watch
enough.
whatever you wanted.
And then I was like, man, this Purple Rain must be crazy.
It's really not.
And
That
you're
was
like,
the movie
you're
that
like,
set
I
me-
was too young. I was too young watching Purple
I was watching
Rain.
Purple Rain in like 2nd grade. Or no, 83, 3rd grade.
So I was just like, man, I'm
84 or something like that.
And then I'm like, and then as I got older, I would say something about Purple Rain. You're like, yeah, it's not that good.
It's really? Well, it's not.
And
it's
I'm
not
like,
that
well, I'm not gonna waste my
it's
time
it's
watching
not that well
it.
acted, but it is good. It's good. I mean, your grandma used to watch it all the time on HBO, like all
Really?
the time. Yeah, and she, yeah, it was good, but it's not like, I mean, Prince isn't an actor, and but he's all right. And Apollonia, she's not an actor. Nobody in the movie is an actor except the
Yeah.
guy that plays his dad, literally. Like so, but it was filmed like in Minneapolis and like the clubs that he used to go to. Like, yeah, it's definitely worth watching. Let's go crazy. Yeah, you gotta watch it. Yeah,
If they recorded it like a performance, I believe it. Then
yeah. You ever seen Prince videos where he watches people perform his songs
no.
without his permission? He's the best because he could throw shade like nobody else. They would perform a song at like a thing, and he would just like look at him like, Not smile, not clap.
Yeah.
Just be like, I didn't say you could do that. You don't do it. Now, when they want you to do it, though, like when they did a tribute to him, when he was still alive, and he tapped the people he wanted to perform his songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, he had Alicia Keys do, she might have did If I Was Your Girlfriend or something. And she was pregnant. She, like, got up on the piano. I was like, wow. And he, like, gave her, like, the nod and the smile. Like, yeah. And he had Janelle Monáe do Let's Go Crazy. And I hated her performance. I hated it. But he liked it. So, anyways. So, yeah, Purple Rain.
Good choice.
Thank you. I mean, I like, no, that Hakuna Matata thing. Yeah. Lion King is Just Can't Wait to Be King. That's mine. That gets me hype. Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Good one. Yeah, mine, I don't know what mine would be in that movie.
You know the story about what your Uncle Chet said, right? For not Kiss the Girl, for Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That is a good soundtrack.
I know. When John was doing his thing.
Yeah. When Sinbad was chasing, not Sinbad. Yeah, Sinbad.
Simba.
Sorry, Simba.
Sinbad.
Simba.
Sinbad.
Sinbad. When Simba was chasing Nala through the tall grass, and they like tumble, and she's laying there looking at him. You know what your Uncle Chet said? True story.
He
said, so inappropriate. He said, I'd hit. Who does that? Who does that?
No, that face isn't mean.
Is it?
Yeah, they're like, why are they drawing her like that?
I know. She's all like bedroom eyes, looking at it. Come hither. Terrible. Yeah, I was 19 when I saw that. Seriously, I went to the theaters first day. When I say it was me and my date and a bunch of little kids. Yeah. But I had to because I knew it was going to be massive.
And it was.
It was the highest grossing animated movie of all time at one point. Or is it still?
No.
But it was. Cell animation, though, it still is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they did that whole thing with Donald Glover and Beyonce. Did you watch that one? The live?
Yeah.
How was that?
Not good.
How was this music?
Mm-mm.
Not the same.
No.
Yeah. That's what I want to say about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Not much to say.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know anyone.
And it still made $1 billion. Yeah.
I don't know anyone who truly likes that movie.
It's not. We'll be in a movie we're in an era where bad movies will make money.
Yeah. Well, everyone was watching it to be like, oh, live action Lion King. Mm-hmm. And then people were like, is it that bad? And they just kept seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, is it that?
It's supposed to be Lion King for a new generation.
It just looks. I mean, the effects were great.
Yeah,
It just. They weren't emoting.
Yeah, it doesn't work. They're just moving their mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the beauty of Disney cell animation. They could give the character.
That's cartoons in general.
Yeah, they could give characters.
Cartoons can just do stuff that you can't do in real life.
Yeah, this is true.
And that's subconsciously that's what we like about it.
It is. I just watched a video about Polar Express and the other movies that Robert Zemeckis made.
I just watched that too.
Did you watch it? I just watched it yesterday.
Me too.
That's so weird. And they were talking about that. Uncle Chet's calling me.
Yeah. He heard me.
He heard. Oh man.
Well, time is.
Yeah. Time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go out, listen to, Purple Rain.
And listen to Lion King soundtrack. Seriously. I think those will brighten your day. I think Lion King soundtrack is nice on the radio from work.
Yeah. Lion King, how you start your day.
Yeah.
Purple Rain, how you end your day.
Yeah, man. I'm with that. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So don't forget, check out, our Instagram at Sun and Pops Culture. We'll be posting stuff next week about Steel City Con and stuff.
Yep.
Don't forget to check out the highlights that we'll be posting.
Remember the camera adds 10 pounds, folks.
Yeah. The link for that is also on the Instagram, so,
Oh, and if you get bored, check out Reservation Dogs on Hulu. It's my new show. Digging it. Taika Waititi produced it.
Okay.
Yeah,
check it out. Thanks for listening to Sun and Pop's Culture.
And once again, he's Sun.
And he's Pop.
Peace.